was there. I was there. I actually met with those guys before they even launched the game, IDOS. They came and pitched the whole concept before it was even released. They're talking about doing a comic book based on it. And then it went on to be a big hit. I want to say they're British developers, maybe even Scottish. I'm not 100%. Well, what? What? WTF? These scribbles? I'm gonna do my own version too. I'm thinking. And then I think it's always good to kind of move the mythology forward. And I mean, she's a relatively new character, even though they've made many a game, actually at this point, so a couple movies now, or did they do two with Angelina Jolie? I can't remember. In the game, she started with Uzis, but then or pistols, but then you could upgrade to. I'll just do that, and then I'll do that. I'll do the whole sports bra kind of thing, so it's just kind of pneumatic in the center. And then maybe she'll have like a knife. A crispy egg roll paring knife. Mac 10s, you guys even know what that is? No one uses Mac 10s anymore. But you get the shotgun, you take out the dinosaur. There's a lot of underwater swimming involved. I guess I could put her hand on the clip. Let's see what happens if I do that. It's a nice like contrast, right? Up, across. Alright, let's do that. Does she have tattoos? You know, I'm going to completely crowdsource a sketch someday. Like I'll give you 3 options for everything, like costume poses or whatever. We'll vote and then we'll decide. It'll be like a focus group sketch. See, fine fellows. Yeah, on purpose. I don't want to go down that rabbit hole again. Correct. Okay. going to draw this upside down, see what happens. If this will, in the stream, it looks more proportionate right there. Okay, important here, because I've got that bend in the hip there to... Alright. And then this is going to be water. And then I'm going to have some weird, like, mastodon. She used to go to, like, fighting museums or something, so I'm doing mastodon a little bit, yeah. There's AwesomeCon, right? AwesomeCon is in what, New York, or no? It's in Washington, D.C.? That's weird. I've been drawing a lot, but I feel like I'm going into this like I've never drawn anything ever before. And I just drew last night. I don't know if it's a byproduct of being a little under the weather or what, but it's odd. I'm just putting down lines going, I hope this turns into something that looks recognizable. Just kind of relying on muscle memory at this point. And the knowledge that if I make a mistake, I can just white it out and start over. But there's nothing in that these loose pencils that kind of made me feel like, oh, I see the face in here. Not really. So much that I'm burnt out. I think I just felt so comfortable by the end of my deadline on Ash 1000 that just even taking a few days off because I was sick, it just kind of reset my knowledge meter back to zero. You know, also, I don't know if I've ever drawn Lara Croft before. So there might be that kind of feeling of how do I know if I've kind of, what does my version of this character look like? A little pissy, apparently. I don't know. I don't remember. Alright. I'm scared to add any more right there. I gotta do this. I'm assuming she wears gloves. If she doesn't, she does now. This is, yeah. I will say Tomb Raider 2 is my favorite of the games. I think I only played up to 3. I might have tried the one where they introduced the bow and arrows. see. I think it's like this. And if it isn't, it should be. Keep the peace, keep the peace. What's going on? What's going on? She did have eyeglasses, that's right. I remember that. And then she had like this waiter, and my kids loved when we would go into the mansion, and you could shoot at him, but he would basically always like fling the his pan up or whatever, the serving tray, the serving tray, and basically deflect all the bullets that were shot at him. I thought it was pretty clever by the devs. For drawing, well, if you want to draw firearms, it certainly makes it easier. You can do this kind of stuff. You could freehand it, I suppose. But it just won't look as technically as clean. It's not a Mac 10, this is a Uzi. Or micro Uzi or whatever they're called. Makes me want to replay the games, but you can't. You can't go back. It's so hard to play the old games like that. I'm gonna go for the third screw there. Make this a little bit wider, and then make that a little longer. And let's see what happens if we do this. That's a suppressor, dude. Uzi suppressor. No. Let's see what happens. Okay. I remember that when I first started these, I think I just did like headshots. When did they start becoming like these more involved 3/4 figure sketches? You know. All right. Little keychain thing, doohickey. Excuse me. I don't know about the mastodon ribs. I gotta figure out what would be good in the background. Got the webbing here. Mayan temple. Let me think about this. I think it has to be ruins of some sort because she's a tomb. I'm looking at Easter Island here. And okay. Okay. Figure out what's going on down here. These are gonna have to be like Easter Island type statues in a different part of the world that she's discovered. Because on Easter Island, I don't think there's any foliage or something, right? It's pretty barren. Yeah, the best part of it, the background. That's a long elbow. We'll course correct here. To be honest, I've just been drawing. I haven't really been proofing my work proportion-wise, and probably leave that to the end. So you're going to see some changes getting done at the whiteout level for sure. 100%. Captain Brown Eye, first time here and you're hooked. That's good to hear. Hopefully we'll see you back. Don't let that happen again. Batman Guy 4. I'm just goofing around, dudes. I'm just messing around. I'm drawing with the full knowledge that this is just for fun. And there's something very freeing and liberating about that, of course, as you can imagine. Right? Right. My daughter wants you to see to finish the ponytail. Oh, yeah, don't worry. I'll get there. I'm just doing the black shapes here in the background to kind of just Greek out the composition, right? Keep saying right, expecting you guys to say something. To me, some of the very best sketches I've seen are by Bill Sienkiewicz. I love the freedom and the looseness of the design, the balance between realism and graphic design of abstract shapes versus figurative shapes. He really uses like nothing is off limits for that guy when he works, and his stuff is so great. Can you hear the plane overhead? No, we love it when people come on and just say, draw blade over and over again. It makes me want to draw blade. It does. Subconsciously brainwashing me. If you spam something cross channel, you don't see me respond to it. That's my polite way of saying 9. Victor's very astute. These pouches. Can ink on things. Frame, like, then at the same time I want to get close so you can see details. It's such a bother, you know. Okay. This brush is also very gets dry very fast. It's not holding a lot of ink. I don't know if that's just a function of it being a crappy brush or just the type of brush I bought. Oh. Did not mean to go there. I have to wipe that out. I don't think Easter Island has any tributaries in it, so this can't be really Easter Island, so somewhere else. Out and gray, so I can take this Uzi, apply a nice gray to it on top of the dry brush I already did. Excuse me. Yeah, kind of pop that in there. But I'm thinking even this background, go in and kind of push this background back a little bit. Be nice if I didn't have all those eraser shavings. So I'm kind of pushing everything back here. Some stuff I will keep white in the back. But not everything. Even this, look at this arm. Correction, now that I see it. Right there. But, so I want to jump on here. Is add some more texture with pencil just to kind of make the large strokes so less noticeable, I guess. I don't know if that's the word. But I could also take my hand and just kind of smear it to kind of smudge it a little bit. So again, you don't see like these gigantic pencil strokes. It's more of a gray in the back. So I'm kind of liking some of that. Okay. Kind of creating a middle neutral gray. Okay. This is Bob, full on Bob Ross over here, right here. These kind of details into the water. I used to watch Bob Ross Sunday mornings on PBS, and then I'm sure probably immediately after watching, I would grab my acrylic paints and try to replicate some of the stuff, some of the techniques he used, the dry brush and the edge of the palette knife, that kind of stuff. Just classic. Okay. All right, and then this one, 18 as well.